In this video, we will see the method of finding cross product of unit vectors, which will eventually help you solve problems such as these. For contents like this, subscribe and comment the topic you want to study next. Let's start. We know that cross product of any two vectors is given by the magnitude of first times the magnitude of the second vector times the sine of the angle between those vectors. So in this case, I am talking about vector A, vector B with an angle of theta between them. For unit vectors, along x-axis, the unit vector is known as I. Along the y-axis, we call it j vector, and along the z-axis, it's k vector. Now, to calculate the cross product, you will remember this circle. Write I vector, j, and k vector. And then the rule is going counterclockwise, it's positive, and in the clockwise direction, it's negative. When you do the cross product of I and j, the result would be the third vector k. The only challenge would be deciding on the sign. Is it positive or negative? So I will draw this in the circle itself. We have counterclockwise as the positive direction. I vector cross j vector. Let's see it in the sketch. When you go from I to j, you are going in the counterclockwise direction, which is the positive direction. So the result would be positive, and it would be the third vector k. Your answer is the k vector. When you have k cross I, the result would be the third vector, j, and now let's decide on the sign. When you go from k to I, this is k and this is I, you are going in the counterclockwise direction, which is the positive direction. So the answer is plus j, or just j. Now, when we have j cross I, the result is the third vector, third unit vector, k. Now let's decide the sign. Going from j to I, j to I, j to I, it's going in the clockwise direction, which is the negative direction. So the result would be negative. Now, if you have 3j times I, or 2i, you multiply the numbers 3 and 2 together. 3 times 2 is 6. And j cross I will give you the third vector k, but j cross I is going in the clockwise direction, so it is minus k. Overall, it is minus 6k. Now let's do one more example. If you have I vector cross I vector, in this case, go back to the basic formula. The magnitude of the first vector, which is 1, times the magnitude of the second vector, which is also 1, times sine of the angle between I and I. Both the vectors are going along the x direction, so the angle between them is 0, and sine of 0 is 0, so overall it's 0. The summary is that a unit vector multiplied by itself is 0. So 3j times 4j, since they are both the same unit vectors, doesn't matter what the numbers are, 3 or 4, the answer would be 0. Now let's see some examples. We have 2j and 4i. I will draw the circle here. I, j, and k, counterclockwise positive, clockwise negative. Start with the numbers. 2 times 4 is 8. And j cross I, when you go from j to I, you are going in the clockwise direction. So the answer is minus k, minus 8k. Here we have k cross I. To go from k to I, you go in the counterclockwise direction. So the result is the third vector, which is positive. Next we have minus 2 times 3. Multiply the numbers first, you get minus 6. Now k cross I. K cross I is going in the counterclockwise direction, which is the positive direction. So the result would be the third unit vector j with a positive sign. So plus j or just j. Next, you have 6 times minus 1, which is minus 6. Now you have I times k. I cross k is going in the clockwise direction. So the result would be j with a minus sign because clockwise is negative. So minus j. Minus and minus becomes a plus. So your result would be 6j. If you understand these examples, try these one by yourself, follow the rules that we just discussed, and write your answers in the comment below.